Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. In my previous video, I showed how to create HTTP post method. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can implement put method from your Salesforce Flow. To perform this section, I'm going to use RESTful API website again. It's a publicly available endpoint. Anybody can use this website. So what I am going to do in this video, I'm going to use the put method to update an existing record in external system database. After doing that, this put colon method will give me a response if everything is okay. Then I will show success message. Before starting implementing of put method, let's talk a little bit about put method. It is commonly used for both insert and update operations in many RESTful APIs, like absort method in DML operation. But it is crucial to review the documentation of the specific external system you are working with to understand its conventions and expectations. First of all, put method needs body to be sent to external system, like in post method. In this body, if we provide existing ID, that means we already have record in database. Put method updates all fields given in the body. If you don't provide ID or there is no existing ID given in the body, it works as a post method and create a new record. But if the external system does not support create via put method, it is only used to update whole record. In this example, we are going to implement put method to update existing record. To implement this, we will first use our post method flow, which we have created in previous video, to create new record and get ID of this record. Then we will create a new flow to implement HTTP put method to update the newly created record with using ID of the record. Let's start our example. As you know, the first thing that I need to do before starting flow is to create external credential and name credential. So let's go to name credential in setup, name credential. As you see, we have created external and named credentials in our previous video for RESTful API website. We can use them. You can watch my previous video to learn how to create them. Let's go over briefly on those credentials. Click on the external credential. As you see, the name is the REST API. And we choose the authentication protocol as a custom. In principle, we have created a principal and assigned this principal to user using permission set. That is all for credentials, external credentials. And let's go to name credentials. And here, this is our name credentials. We give the name as a REST API name credentials. And this is the URL. This is the base URL of our external system. And the enable for callouts. We have to enable this one. And we choose the external credential we have created before. So before starting flow, those are prerequisites need to be done. Now we are ready to create a new flow to implement HTTP put method. Okay, the next step is creating flow. As I said in the beginning of this video, first we will use post method action to create a new record to get ID and then implement put method to update record. To do this, we need to send a payload body, which includes all needed data to update a record. Let's go to RESTful API website and see which information we can send to external system to create a new record and update a new record. Here we have the post and also we have the put. Let's analyze the put part. As you know, in put method, we have to create request body This is the request body, so which includes updated information to be sent. Input method, we also have to send ID to specify the record to be updated. As you see, we will send ID. This is ID, which is created before. This is ID. And we will send ID in path URL. This part is path URL. We will send this ID in path URL as a path value. I will show this. If the put method is implemented successfully, we have get 200 status. That means the record is updated successfully. And we also get the response body, which we use in our flow. Okay, now I am going to create a screen flow to get data from user to be updated. Let's go to flow. Let's write flow. Click new flow. Choose screen flow. Okay, as we did before, let's add a screen element. And here we will get all needed information. So let's go to RESTful API website. As you see, we have to enter the name, year, price, SP model, article size, color. Some of them are text, some of them are number. Let's add them one by one. Okay, let's add first text components. The first one is ID, which is mandatory for the put method. And the other things, let's add another text component, write PC name. And we can also make the ID required because it is mandatory. And add another one. Let's write CPU model. And another one. Hard disk size. And add number components to get price and production year. Add number and write price. And another one. Production year. And let's add additional text field. Name is color. This is text. And let's color. This will be new field. Okay. And finally, let's give the name for the screen element. Let's write get PC information to be updated. And let's go to footer, hide previous and pause. And let's write custom label, put update. Okay, click done. So we will get all needed information from the user via screen element. So we have to assign those data into the request body. Therefore, we need an assignment element. But before creating an assignment element, we have to create HTTP callout action to define put method and have Apex class to serialize request body to JSON. As I emphasized in my previous video, same as in post method, in put method, you also have to first create HTTP callout action and then add assignment element before this action element in flow. Okay, now I'm going to create an action. Add an action element and click the create HTTP callout. Let's give name HTTP put callout. And in the name credential, choose our named credential, REST API. As you see here, we can see the base URL, which we have entered while creating the name credential, and click next. Okay, so now invocable action. Let's give a name, HTTP put invocable. You can give any name. Invocable. And choose at this time the put method. Okay, in the path URL, we need to get path URL from external service website. Let's go to website, and this part is the path URL, and we will also define the path value for the ID. Let's first write this part, copy this part, and paste it here. Okay, so we have to give our record ID as a path value right after the path URL. So we have to add key parameter to get ID. We can do this adding key inside the curly bracket. Let's add curly bracket here and write any name. Let's write ID. And click one. As you see, we have ID as a path value. We have added right after the path URL and choose the data type as a string because our ID is string. Okay, we are done. We don't need any query parameters right now. Let's skip that part. Okay, since we want to implement put method, we have to provide sample requests in JSON format. Let's go to our website and copy this request part and click new for the sample request. Paste it here and review. As you see, we have the data structure for the request body. And click done. On this page, we also have to give sample response. Okay, let's click new and go to website and copy response, sample response. Paste it here and click the review. As you see, we have the data structure and click done. Right now, we are done to create HTTP callout put method. Okay, save it. Okay, we are on action page again. Give a name for this action. Let's give name as HTTP put action. You can give any name. Since we have to send ID as a path value, let's assign ID to our screen element ID component, which user can enter. Okay, choose this part. This is the ID. We choose this ID. We get this ID from the screen element. Choose the ID. Okay. And for the request body, as you read, for value, select new resource. For the new resource, the data type and the Apex class are set automatically. Okay, let's choose new resource and write any name. My put call out. Okay, click done. Okay, we all set. Let's click done. We have already created HTTP callout action. Okay, now we can assign our inputs comes from screen element to the request body. As I said before, we will add assignment element right before the action element. So we can give request body for the HTTP action element. Let's add assignment element here. Click assignment. And let's give name assign values to put method. And let's set variable values one by one. Click here. And as you see, as I said in my previous video, we have Apex class. The name my put callout. Let's click this one. And as you see, we have all data we can enter. Okay, let's choose them and assign the value one by one. The first is, let's choose name equals, and it comes from the screen components. Let's choose PC name. Add another one. Choose my put call. Data CPU model comes from screen element. CPU model. Another one. Data hard disk size equals our screen component. And another one. The data, the color comes from our screen component. Price and the lasting year and the production year. Okay, we have done. We set all variables to be updated and action to call HTTP call method. Click done. Now we are ready. But the last step is to show the response as we did in our previous videos. Before showing response, we can have a decision element as a best practice if the callout is performed successfully. So for that, let's add a decision element. In here, we will look if the response status is 200. And let's add decision element. And let's write name is status 200. And yes. No. Let's go back. Yes. And let's select the operator from the resource. As you know, we have the action, HTTP put action, and here our is response code. Let's choose this one and equals 200. If equals 200, it goes yes part. Otherwise, goes no part. Click done. And then let's go to yes part. Add a screen component to show the response. Screen. And display text. Let's add display text. Write the API name. display success. We can write like this. And we can write our success message here. Let's write like this. Your PC information, your PC information has been updated successfully. Here is the information which is it. Okay, let's put all fields which we will update. First, let's write ID. Let's make it this. And from the resource picker, we can choose from the action element. This is our response. And choose the ID. That's okay. And let's write PC name. From the source picker, choose name. Name. CPU model. Choose CPU model. Hard disk size. Choose data and hard disk size. Oops. Size. Size. Production year. Data and year. And the last thing is color, which we have added newly. Okay. Choose color. Okay. I think they are all set. Let me look at them. PC name, CPU model, hard disk size, price, production year, and color. Okay. Let's give a name for the screen element. Site success display. Okay, and hide previews and hide pause. Okay, we are all done. And let's go to the no part. We can also add no part of decision element. If we have an error while implementing call out, let's add a screen component. And add a display text. And write a name. Display error. Let's write the error message from here. We can write like this. There is a problem while implementing HTTP call. Here is the error. Okay, and we can choose our error message here. This is our error message, and choose this one. Okay, let's give a name for this screen element. Display error, and the footer, hide previous and hide pub. Okay, let's click done. Okay, we are all set. Let's save flow and give a name. Let's write HTTP put method. Save. Okay, our flow is ready. And let's test it. But as I said before, we have to first create a new record with using our first flow, post method, and then update our record. Okay, let's open our first flow. This is our first flow we have created in our previous video. Let's click this one. This is post method. We can create a new record by using this flow. Okay, let's click run. Let's give a name. PC name Dell XPS 15. CPU model Intel Core i11. Hard disk size 1 terabyte. Price $12.99. And the production year, that's right, to 2023. Okay, hit the post. As you can see, we have successfully created new record in our external system. And here is the ID. We will use this ID in our put method. Okay, let's go to our flow we have newly created. This is put method. And click run. Okay, here we have to enter ID because it is mandatory. Without an ID, we cannot update our record. Okay, let's get our ID from here. Copy this one and go here and paste it here. And write our new updated information for our record. Let's write the same thing and add updated at the end of all information. Dell XPS 15 update. The CPU model is Intel Core i11. 1 TB updated. Price 13. And the production year, let's change it to 2022. And let's add the color. This is new field. Let's add gray. Okay, we are ready. We give the ID, which is our record, and we will update all the fields. Let's hit the put and update button. Cool. As you can see, we have successfully updated our record in external system. And here is the new information. This is ID, which is same. And these are the updated information. So in this video, I show how you can implement HTTP callout put method right from your Salesforce Flow. It is very easy and you don't need any code knowledge. In my next video, I'm going to show you another example where it will implement HTTP patch method to update record partially. It will almost same with put method, in which we will use ID again. I hope you like this video. Please hit the like icon, subscribe my channel, and make your comments. See you next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.